What else? What
I
else you got?
save lives every single day. Girl, you wipe ass every day. That's what you do.
What's going on? Reclaim your throne. How are you?
What up? What up? How you doing?
Good. I'll let you react to the rest of this and then I'll give you the question for the day.
Okay.
This woman was very triggered because I said that any woman that tells men what to do is a feminist.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like a Christian woman. So
Okay. Let's
watch
get it.
this.
That are very successful at stirring up controversy and generating reactions have to be reminded that calling something an ist or an ism is not a refutation. All you're doing is naming something. Name away if that's what helps you to sort the information you're hearing, categorize it in your mind, but you're not refuting the position.
But they don't understand they're coming from an egalitarian model. Because if you're telling men what to do, then you think of yourself as the same or above them because you're telling them what to do. So yeah, go ahead.
So to catch up, reclaiming your throne. So she used the clip of Pearl because Lila said that it's her duty to tell men to not watch porn, and and all these different things. And Pearl says, "Well, that's why you're a feminist because you're a Christian, but you take it upon yourself to tell men what to do." And this woman is trying to say that that's not that's a worldly view because that not considering a woman's position is not Christian like, and pros coming from a worldly view and all this stuff, and we're like, what?
And I said
Yeah.
that was her ego crashing out. So go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, if she wants to go biblical, the Bible is very clear about women, not leading the church, not speaking up, being seen and not heard. So, I mean, I don't think that's the route that she wants to go to justify her point. But you can tell that she's kind of like a hit dog hollering right here because she obviously is, desiring to tell men what to do, how to act, how to maneuver in society, but ultimately to benefit women. It's not really how the man can become successful or how he can earn more, for his own self-esteem, but it's more of a fact that so he can just be a better man to the women or what they believe to be a better man. So that's kind of what I'm picking up from what she's saying and what her vibe is coming across as.
Yeah. So going back to the topic, because I just thought it'd be fun to react to that. I was talking about things that build up women's egos. And then I've noticed that when they have like certain jobs, they get big egos, especially nagging positions. Like I put project managers, management positions, social media 90% of the time, female preachers, politicians, political commentators, lawyers, where it's really just us repeating information and like we just start to think we're God's gift to the earth. That's some stuff I've noticed, but I was curious, what have you noticed that give women big egos?
So yeah, I definitely say certain jobs, certain fields can give a woman a big ego. College gives women a huge ego just by the fact that they're there, they're earning a degree, and obviously they're being told, yeah, so women are outpacing men in college. So them just enrolling, even if they don't finish or not, it still gives them a big ego that they enrolled or they got accepted into a college because they're assuming, okay, well, majority of men ain't shit because they're not going to college. But the reality is men have opted out from college because they've seen it as a scam, and they're actually getting into the trades and more specialized fields that ultimately, earn close to six figures right out of high school. So, she thinks she's doing better than men, but obviously she's kind of, actually setting herself back, especially if she's taken out a massive amount of student loans. So those degrees are definitely something that, boosts or inflates a woman's ego, especially if she is an unattractive woman. That degree is going to bolster 100% her whole self-esteem. Like if she is not cute, if she's not like, the it girl, or if she doesn't have that it factor, as far as attractiveness wise, she's going to lean on that degree more than anything else, because that's her only saving grace to say, hey, see, I can't contribute to a relationship. I have a degree, and, I can go 50-50 with a man.
Have you ever noticed the harder the degree the woman gets, the uglier the woman? So like female engineers, they're just always chopped.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So,
So,
go ahead.
some of the best advice my father ever gave me was, those who don't have to won't, right? So women that are so pretty, they don't have to get degrees. They don't have to achieve. So a lot of women, the kind that'll go into a male dominated field and break down all
Right.
these academic barriers and climb the corporate ladder, they're so ugly that they have to do it.
As most of you know, I have been fighting on the front lines of the simp epidemic for years, but I need to tell you about a quiet weapon being ratcheted up against men that is rarely talked about. It's not just the relentless anti-masculinity propaganda and OnlyFans hoes causing the societal issues that we discuss on this show. Did you know that the average city's tap water contains trace pharmaceuticals and endocrine disruptors? This often includes estrogen from birth control. The average adult consumes a credit card worth of plastic every single week. That's 5 grams of plastic a week on average. So it's no wonder that the average male's testosterone is half of what the average was 50 years ago. Testosterone levels decline 1% a year, and without a course correction, we are headed towards extinction. No matter how based you are, you need to be naturally boosting your testosterone. My friends at Chalk, CHOQ.com, are on a mission to save mankind from extinction by boosting your vitality. Chalk's Male Vitality Stack contains premium and potent herbs clinically studied to naturally boost your testosterone levels, sperm count, and overall vitality. Just one of the many ingredients in the Male Vitality Stack was studied in double-blind human clinical trials to boost total testosterone 20% in 90 days. When you boost your testosterone, you'll have more mental clarity, you're more capable of making decisions and taking risks. Having high testosterone will also affect your pheromones, so women will find you more attractive subconsciously. Get the Chalk Male Vitality Stack right now on chalk.com. That's CHOQ.com. Use my name Pearl as your coupon code and you'll get 25% off site-wide on chalk.com. That's CHOQ.com. My name Pearl is the discount code.
Yeah, and also being a teacher gives a woman ultimate, confidence, because overconfidence, actually, because she's, directing kids, and she thinks she knows more than you just because she's babysitting other people's kids all day.
Dude, you got it. Man, I never thought about that. That's true.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a good one.
Actually, I think the bitchiest girls on our volleyball team absolutely were teachers.
Yeah, like seriously, like I used to work at this elementary school, and I was doing some work for the Boys and Girls Club, like some fitness coaching and stuff. And the female teachers, they'd be like 250 pounds, but they'd have the utmost confidence, and they'd be trying to tell me how to do my job. And I'm sitting up here like, we are not in the same category. Like, honey, I'm getting paid more than you, and I'm just showing up for a couple hours. So, they definitely have the utmost confidence for no reason when they're teachers, especially if they're teachers of small children.
Really, you think it's worse when they're younger?
Oh yeah, because it's harder to control those younger kids, so they feel like they're doing more. Like, when women have kids and they're saying, oh well, being a mom is the hardest job. In reality, it really isn't. The hardest thing about being a mom is being pregnant. That's the hardest thing. Once the baby pops out, it's really not that hard.
And then, Pearl, when you're dating a woman that teaches elementary school, they always have that elementary school teacher voice. So you'll be a grown man, and they'll be like, so here's what we're going to do today,
Yep.
okay? We're going to do this, all right? It's like, stop doing that.
It's patronizing.
Awful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. They can't turn it off.
Yeah, and then they'll incorporate whatever subject that they're teaching that day into the conversation. So like if you're dating a teacher, if you're on dating apps,
right.
yeah, like if you're on dating apps and you date a teacher, you swipe right on the teacher, you actually link up with her, she doesn't flake. She is going to incorporate whatever lesson that she taught in that class into your date, and she's going to bring it up and try and quiz you and see, oh, am I smarter than this guy? And if you can't answer the questions correctly off of a curriculum that you learned 620, whatever, however long it was ago, since you were in elementary school or middle school, then she's going to be like, oh, this guy's dumb. He's not as smart as me because he doesn't, remember trigonometry or some shit like that. So she's going to incorporate what she's teaching in the class in that date or in that relationship and see if you, quote unquote, know more than her.
And she's teaching elementary school.
Yeah, everything he said.
Literally.
What do you think is worse, dating a lawyer or an elementary school teacher as a woman?
I mean, the lawyer would be worse from a marriage aspect, because you got the divorce courts. But I mean, the elementary school
dating
teachers, I mean, in many cases, they're just insufferable because, a lawyer, at least there's somebody that they necessarily have to answer to. A teacher, all they have to do, if they don't like their principal, they just go to the school board and complain about it. And they can get that guy fired if they get enough, of those teachers on their side. But with a lawyer, they got to answer to the judge. They can't really get the judge fired. There's a hierarchy in that courtroom. So besides the divorce angle, I would say teachers 100% on a day-to-day who's bitchier basis is going to be that teacher.
I can't.
Wow.
Even
Do you have any more of these? These are great. These are great. Give me more.
I can go down a whole bunch of different professions.
Yeah, keep going. That's great.
Okay, well, female athletes. I mean, we all see what's going on with the WNBA. Pay me as what I'm worth and all that kind of stuff. They are very difficult to deal with because, for one, they have higher physical standards because obviously they're athletic, so they want an athletic guy. That's reasonable. But then, they think that they're doing something really difficult every day, and for the average woman, it probably is. But for a man, that's breakfast. We wake up, we do 100 burpees and it's nothing. But to these women, it's the hardest thing that anyone is doing. And they feel like they're doing more than anybody. So female athletes, definitely something to watch out for when it comes to, unfounded confidence.
No, that's so true. Do you know what's crazy? I did a tournament we had a literal guy there playing in it, like a trans person, and they were yelling at me because I said something. I don't care if they get beat up. I do not care. I don't care. But and it's crazy because if you tell them they don't deserve as much money because we suck, like compared to the men, they get so mad. They like crash out. It's like
yeah. I mean, it's crazy. Like if you watch the WNBA highlights, honestly, the WNBA looks worse than women's college basketball. It's so bad, and there's no structure, and the egos on those basketball teams are insanely massive. So,
yeah. What else? Give me more. These are hilarious.
What about nurses?
Yeah, nurses. Here's the thing about nurses: they're serving everybody all day. So when they get home, they're not serving their husband.
Yeah, they have nothing left.
Nothing left. Nothing. The only thing left for you is for you to lend them your ear, and they're gonna talk your head off about all day about what they saw this and who's cheating on who in the office. Meanwhile, they're lusting after the doctor, trying to fuck the doctor, but they gonna come over here and tell you some gossip about another nurse who's doing the same thing that she wants to do.
Or even worse, nurses are heroes.
Right.
Jeez, ever since that started, cook.
You guys are funny. What else? What else you
save
got?
lives every single day. Girl, you wipe ass every day. That's what you do.
Right.
I save lives. I'm a nurse. And it's how they feel, and you can't argue with them about it. It's awful.
Yeah, and I don't know if y'all brought up this, but therapists, female therapists.
That's a good one.
I mean, especially if they work with men, I mean, the egos are through the roof.
And then they try to psychoanalyze you, right?
Well, and that's the thing, because I was down there. So has this been your experience, bro, where female therapists think that their degree in social work or their degree in psychology makes them the arbiter of reality.
Yeah.
So they're trained to interpret all reality. So what they do is, talking to a female therapist, you're always on the back foot, always, because
Yeah.
they're always trying to figure out that you can't make a permanent stance on something because they always try to question you. It's awful.
Yeah, they believe they're doctors. They think that they're doctors. I mean, just look at, we see the Saudia Khan situation here. She wasn't even a real therapist. Like, she didn't even, but she was claiming that she was, and she was trying to embrace that because, once you get into that field and you believe you think somebody before they've even opened their mouth. Like, that's what they really believe, and that's why their egos are insufferable to deal with.
Are there any jobs that are better than others or majors?
I mean, if she's going into not necessarily like teaching young kids, but if it's more of a what is it, the like child care workers and stuff like that, that's probably one of your best bets. Or if she works with like mentally retarded kids or something like that, like got people with disabilities, because it is a stressful job, but she's not surrounded by people where she is actually having to use her brain like that. So those types of professions, I seem to see women being more caring and nurturing. But I mean, honestly, in this day and age, it really is hard to find a nurturing woman who is gonna lose the ego and isn't gonna back talk and is going to submit to her man, no matter what professional. And don't let her be in money services or be a bank teller or anything like that. It's over.
Well, what happened? I don't know much about bank tellers, so
so the bank tellers, they're in a very unique position because most of the time they're eye candy. They don't really know what they're doing. They always have to call a manager over to help get this transaction through or process this transaction, especially like the younger ones, the mid to, like, if they're not older than mid 30s and they're slightly attractive, these are the types of women who, they don't know what they're doing in their job, but they're still going to elevate the ranks and get promoted just for the simple fact that she's a cute girl and she's having a lot of human interaction. She may not necessarily be pushing transactions through, but she's having a lot of human interactions, and there's big clients at the bank. So not only is she having a lot of interaction, but she's also dealing with high rollers, guys who got safe deposit box that, look like a closet, things like that.
Oh, okay. Have you guys ever dated a baker or a cook? I met a guy who married a baker the other day. I was just curious if either of you had that experience.
Odds are she was super liberal, kind of go with the flow.
Yeah, she probably was. Go ahead.
Yeah. But I dated a baker one time, and she just, very liberal, very laid back. Yeah, it wasn't my stuff. Like, too laid back. I'm talking like hippie laid back. So, oh yeah, you see the super chat? I put that link to the update in the private chat.
In the private chat, Goop just dropped a new Saudia Khan update. She's so screwed.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's in the private chat.
Oh yeah, I did see that one. I saw that.
Oh, but this, I think we reacted to this already.
Yeah.
This is that's from a week ago. Is there one recently?
Yeah, that was on the 25th. I don't think he's dropped anything recently because I just did a live stream on it.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah,
that was it. Never mind.
Yeah.
Oh no, the truth is never person. Oh wait. Okay, now she's saying there is a new update. It's here.
But Saudia Khan did remove her comments, so you can't comment on like the last 4 or 5 posts.
This one.
A high value woman, high value man coach, but
it was 19 minutes ago.
Okay.
Learned she was a side piece in somebody else's relationship. Not very high value, was it, Saudia? But some of you voiced some credibility questions about the screenshots and the voice messages that it showed. After all, one of the clips was her literally saying, "I'll suck your man's dick on your wedding day. I don't care."
If you got it, I'll suck his dick if you have an attitude, and I can do it today if I want to.
Go on.
And I can do it on your wedding day and your birthday.
Okay.
All of this made me want
God damn.
Awesome.
I'm not gonna lie. Hey, she a solid side piece for that.
to verify it and maybe dig a little deeper. I did something bad, guys. I teamed up with YouTubers Abba and Preach, and we set up a call with Saudia Khan. And when I say set up a call, what I really mean to say is that we convinced her that Abba was on her side and that he was doing a call with her so that he could do his own puff piece to help her own PR campaign. Fortunately for Saudia, she just got 1 hour long of her confirming everything we already knew. Such as her confirming the phone number that she sent this dick appointment text from. We had the phone number already because this guy's girlfriend took these screenshots
Oh my gosh.
of his phone. You see it right there, ends in 3719. Here's the footage of Saudia confirming it on the phone.
So just to confirm, I was given like 2 different numbers. I have one here. I don't know which one might be yours or maybe like the assistant. That says 971585497. Is that wrong?
3719?
Yeah.
That is correct.
So it was
Damn.
you
Put the
making those
phone
late
number out there.
Oh yeah, they just leaked her phone number. Damn.
night booty
Yeah,
calls to another woman's man. Now, when she confirmed that number, she did not know that we had those screenshots of her sending those messages. Here's where she realizes that we have them. Abba puts it up on the screen on the meeting that they had.
There you go.
Okay. So it's got my teen's number on there.
Mm.
Yeah, because my number on there is going, because that's the number that you get when you join my WhatsApp group.
You can pinpoint the approximate moment that her soul leaves her body when she realizes she's caught.
And
But so just to be clear, in 2021, you didn't have a relationship with this person. You guys weren't.
never had a relationship with this person.
Never had a relationship, but when he said, "Nah, I'm getting you pregnant," you said, "Might as well." Never had a relationship, but you told him that he owed you dick.
There is zero chance of me being somebody's side chick. I've got evidence of us. I've got pictures of us. We got married in 2022. We've got embryos in January 22. So we've got evidence that we were obviously together for way longer than that.
And there it is, ladies
What
and
the
gentlemen.
hell?
That's
So she's claiming she's married?
my theory. She doesn't want this out there because she was talking to this guy, sucking and fucking him, while she was courting the man that she's currently married to. To support my theory,
Man, let's go.
Damn.
Oh.
only thing Saudia was concerned about getting out was these text messages.
Is there a way that we can avoid talking about the screenshots altogether? I know it's hard, and you can keep the original video up. I don't mind. You can do what you need to do.
No, Saudia, there isn't a way. Enjoy the rest of your week. Wait, there's more. Saudia made the
Oh my gosh.
claim to me today that the audio recording of her saying that she would suck his dick on his wedding day and his fiance's birthday was AI generated. What Saudia doesn't know is that we already got her to confirm that it was her.
Only in that moment when I feel like I'm defending myself, my go-to is to become rude and disrespectful. 100% my nature, which I really need to work on. This is definitely a lesson for that. I was like, who are you fucking talking to? I was like, if I wanted to, I could suck your dick on his wedding day.
So there she is, not knowing that she's being
Oh
Bam.
my God.
Yeah, she's cooked.
recorded, admitting to the fact that she did make those phone calls. And here she is.
This is the Saudia. So many men have learned the art of an apology. Those guys that get caught cheating and then they come forward with the Tiger Woods. We should tour the Tiger Woods video.
No. Or the Kobe Bryant apology. Remember that back in the day?
When they're not sorry at all, but they're just like reading.
Yeah.
She's my heart. She's the
Yeah.
air that I breathe. I'm guilty of adultery. Come on. That's what she should have done.
I want to watch the rest. Then maybe we could pull it up, the Tiger Woods or the other one.
In my inbox saying that the police are investigating and they found evidence to support that it's AI and generated by some random dude that has nothing to do with this story at all. Saudia, just a word to the wise from one human being to another. The next time you decide to lie, figure out what your enemy has before you lie about it. So I recently exposed Saudia Khan on my
Bam.
Dang. All right.
Yeah, and honestly, you know, a lot of people are talking about, oh, she's charging 7,000 GPB or something. And honestly, I mean, for a video call or something, or a chat call or whatever, I mean, has anybody tried to see if those were like out call prices? Because I heard she was frequent in Dubai a lot, so she might be a Dubai girl. You know what I'm saying? Seriously.
Saudia, here you go. We got to learn from the best.
Good morning, and thank you for joining me. Many of you in this room are my friends. Many in this room know me. Many of you have cheered for me, or you worked with me, or you supported me. Now, every one of you has good reason to be critical of me.
Yeah, see, that's where you start. You got to acknowledge them and say you have good reason to be critical.
Yep.
This apology got him into the Trump family, all right, guys?
Yep.
I want to say to each of you, simply and directly, I am deeply sorry for my irresponsible and selfish behavior I engaged in. I know people want to find out how I could be so selfish and so foolish. People want to know how I could have done these things to my wife, Elin, and to my children. And while I have always tried to be a private person,
This is like men versus women. It's like women will gaslight into eternity, and men will they'll just own it. It's like, I got caught. This is it.
Right. And then I hate when he has to say, oh, what I did to her. No, I mean, what you did to the bitches. All he did was fuck the bitches. He didn't do shit to her.
And I honestly think that Tiger Woods' wife didn't want to divorce him, but they influenced her. Well, you have to do something. You have to do something, because she's never said a bad word about him, ever. She never said a bad word about him. She's never.
I thought she tried to hit him with a car. Did she not?
She tried to hit him with a golf club.
Oh.
But I don't think she came like out public to speak it.
Yeah.
That was like what was reported.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of all the slighted exes, or slighted wives, post divorce, she's handled it really well.